I am Katie Marshall, and I consider myself to be one of Vera's children. Herb Sturz, the co-founder of Vera and my mentor, persuaded my father, Burke Marshall, to be Vera's first board chairman, and the persuading time took maybe an hour, and the decision-making time took maybe 30 seconds. So it was good. I'm really proud to sit on the board and be able to support Vera personally and through our little charity, the Burke Marshall Foundation, and Hello Table over there. And thank you all for being here. It's just terrific. It means so much. Vera is, as you've heard, a miraculous, life-changing organization, and you're all part of it now. So welcome. Welcome to the family. Nick, when you spoke to me about introducing our corporate honoree, Diana Taylor, the time that elapsed between your ask and my yes was shorter than the time it took my father to agree to chair Vera, or maybe the time between the light turning green and the jerk behind you honking his horn. But oh, the second thoughts are killing me. I write things like this for other people, and I feel wholly inadequate in the face of this task. So curse you, Nick Turner. Mark Twain used to introduce himself. He knew that anyone else would just screw it up. And thanks, Mike. I am so worried I will screw this up. And the admonition not to screw it up resonates even louder since the originator of that phrase is sitting right there, except the F word is used. So here's the problem. Diana is my friend. I've known her for so long, I won't tell you how long. And I'll try to step back and talk about Diana as someone else would. Different person. Diana Taylor is a force. We know she's very smart. We know she's multi-talented. She's also a problem spotter and a problem solver who is not afraid of a challenge. When Diana sees something that needs to get done, it gets done, but rarely in a business as usual way. She knows how to approach those who have different opinions or who are recalcitrant and open them to another point of view. Her intellectual curiosity led her to advanced degrees in business and public health, all achieved while building her career and credentials. This gives her thinking extra dimension and depth and an ineffable dynamic and subtlety that can't be replicated. She's one of a kind. And you may not know this. She also believes it's really, really important to have been fired at least once. Diana takes nothing for granted and will freely admit that she has been very lucky in life. It's partly to this that she attributes her desire to seeing others succeed and believing, for example, that a quality education and fiscal enfranchisement, particularly for women, is essential for dignity and self-determination and a key to solving many of the world's ills. I had the amazing experience of working with her at the New York State Banking Department. She shook that place up. When she asked me to join her there, I told her that as a friend, I would support her, but that as her communications person, I was probably going to boss her around. That's why I want you, she said. And can I say that we had a lot of fun? And that sounds unprofessional, perhaps. Guys don't talk like that, but here's the secret. Women do, and we care a lot about life having balance. So yeah, Diana Taylor is also fun, disarming, and hysterically funny. And I have to add, she is the best friend anyone could have. And she was a great boss. I'm proud of the fact that in 2006, Diana sounded the alarm about the incipient mortgage crisis. Congress was a bit hard of hearing at that point, as opposed to their being utterly and profoundly deaf now. Diana advocated ferociously and consistently on behalf of the unbanked and set up a division at the banking department to provide financial education and resources for people with limited access to capital. That resonates in her work with Axion today. And on all the boards she sits on or chairs and her day-to-day at Solera, she expects the same dedication and drive from her colleagues and her staff. And you want to hang with this woman? It helps if you're a fiscal conservative, but that's not essential. She's tolerant of my democratic lineage and I admire her brand of republicanism. The non-negotiables are be compassionate and honest. Don't be afraid to work hard and creatively, and especially be ready to embrace the absurd because business and life are like that. Laugh because we all need to, and have a glass of wine. Diana, I am so glad you're here to support Vera. Its expertise, its curiosity, its research, and the amazing, extraordinarily gifted staff without whom, none of this would be possible. It's always, always about the people who do the work, and we all thank you for that. And, ladies and gentlemen and lawyers, I'm pleased to introduce my friend, Diana Taylor. And give you a prize.
Katie, thank you so much for that. Could you send that to my mother? She'd really like it.
I'll make it better.
Okay. Thank you, and thank you all. I am truly honored to be standing in front of you all here for Vera, especially now, when we must all realize the fundamental importance to our society of the work that you all at Vera do. Vera started about 50 years ago by a couple of determined men who were real visionaries, the philanthropist Louis Schweitzer and Herb Sturz, who I am exceedingly proud to call my friend. These two men realized that the bail system at that time was totally unfair. They found that liberty was based on income. So they set about to do something about it, and the something they did was highly unusual. They did not leap to conclusions. They explored the problem. They talked to lots of people. They developed, with lots of expert input, what they thought could be a solution, and then they tested it. And they changed the way the justice system looked at bail and release decisions around the world. And so Vera was born. Louis and Herb recruited Burke Marshall, Katie's father, who you just heard from. So the mission of this organization, making the justice system fairer and more effective for all through research and innovation. Vera combines research, technical assistance, and demonstration projects to help leadership in civil societies improve the systems we all rely on for justice and safety. At no time in my memory has this been more important than today. It seems that every day you look at the news and some young man of color has died in police custody. A policeman whose job it is to keep us all safe on our streets and in our homes has been shot in cold blood, or rioters have destroyed a community and the livelihoods of its residents. Clearly, something is wrong. Vera was conceived to help with these seemingly intractable issues by delving into them and looking at the causes of these tragedies, like a disconnect which hurts everyone between the police and the communities they are part of and serve. Vera's real job is suggesting things that might work, like community policing, alternatives to prison, preventing the misuse of or overuse of jails, a huge problem in our country today, and then getting leadership to try out some of these solutions. These things seem impossible to fix, but when they are teased apart and examined, we find that there are solutions, exactly as there were years ago when the newly born Vera was looking for ways to give men on Broadway a new purpose and treatment options. I mean, look at Broadway now. You cannot afford to live there. And other programs Vera has started, such as Pathways from Prison, Victim Services, and Common Justice. So while I am extremely honored to be an honoree here and the recipient of this award, the true heroes here are those who actually do the work. the incomparably brilliant, dedicated Vera staff who work so hard on a fair and effective justice system which will benefit us all. So thank you very much.